10 tonight. Stocks closing higher on Wall Street today after recovering from some of those losses Monday. The collapse of three banks tested investors' confidence to start the week. While most bank stocks rallied, there are still concerns tonight in the banking sector. So what does this mean for our regional banks closer to home? 10 TV's Ashley Berdanson talked to local experts today. She is live in studio with the answer to that question. Ashley.
That's right, Andrew. Central Ohio economists say rest assured your money, even in other banks, is safe. But with the latest headlines surrounding money, there's fear about the economy's future.
Where is the safest place to put our money right now in 2023? What would that answer be?
I think the safest place is always the banks traditionally.
Kimberly Young of Young Wealth Management says regionally, our banks are mostly unaffected by the recent bank collapse.
Well, the major thing that I think my clients saw is obviously it shook the stock market.
Young says in these times, you don't want to panic.
The markets can be incredibly fickle. So yesterday was a big negative day in the market. I would have thought that maybe that would trickle in today, but today inflation data came out positive and the market's having a really positive day.
However, Young says last week's collapse was a wake-up call to diversify your accounts. If you have more than $250K sitting in your account, Young says spread it out to guarantee full insurance. The biggest concern, inflation. A report late today shows consumer prices rose 6% in the last year, creating new questions about whether the Federal Reserve will hike interest rates in the coming days.
I am hopeful that inflation will start to ease up. Now, do I think it's going to go back quickly to the levels it was pre-pandemic? No.
There are several new contributing factors to why we're paying more for almost everything. Factors include supply and demand, not enough workers to support the labor force, a mass exodus among soon-to-be retirees, and families reprioritizing household income.
People that had two households or two incomes per household that were forced to kind of go down to one because of the child care situation, and then realized, you know what, we're making it okay on one income. Why don't we just continue that post-pandemic?
Young says check your accounts. A lot of big banks are behind on raising interest rates, but regional ones are upping the ante, some offering a big chunk of change to combat inflation.
You can get a savings account right now liquid for 4%, which is kind of crazy. We haven't been there in quite a while.
I also spoke with the president of the Ohio Bankers League, and he advises you to get to know your banker. They can personally sit down with you and advise you on your next steps in your specific situation. For 10 TV News, I'm Ashley Berdanson.